What is good, maniacs and bookworms alike? This is your boy Media Fiend, and we are back with another Media Fiend book club. And as I said just a second ago, I am your amazing host, Media Fiend. And in today's episode, as you saw in our previous video, we're diving into Jeremy Bates's novel Suicide Forest. And this says, just outside of Tokyo lies Okihara, I'm probably butchering the name, a vast forest and one of the most beautiful wilderness areas in Japan, and also the most infamous spot to unalive yourself in the world. Legend has it that the spirits of those many suicides are still roaming, haunting deep in the ancient woods. When bad weather prevents a group of friends from climbing neighboring Mount Fuji, they decide to spend the night camping in Okihara, but they get more than they bargained for when one of them is found hanged in the morning, and they realize there might be some truth behind the legends after all. So, what can your boy Media Fiend say about this? Everything I just read to you in the back here, take with a grain of salt, okay? So, when I dove into this book, I thought we were going to have a spooky, scary ghost story. So, the book, as it says in the back, follows this group of friends who were going to Mount Fuji to climb. Well, there was a storm, so they decided instead of doing that, let's go camping in Suicide Forest for a night. We can explore a little bit, set up camp, come back the next day. So, they go into Suicide Forest, and they end up, look, they want to see some stuff. A couple of the people want to see some not so good stuff. So they're there, they're looking, and they end up setting up camp. Well, throughout the night, one of them ends up hanged. So they think that he unalived himself. And so they get his body down and they go to take him out, but here they end up becoming lost. And one of the group ends up getting food poisoning from one of his meals. And so this book follows this group of people for the next 2 days with no water, no food, a dying man, a dead body, and turmoil between them. It almost read like the Blair Witch Project in the way of a group of people lost in the woods and starting to turn on each other. But the route that the author decided to go towards the end of the book kind of took me by surprise. You have one of the scariest forests as your main focus that is notorious for being haunted, and you decided to go a different route. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of threw me off a little bit. It kind of hurt the book for me, if I could say that. It started off pretty good. Like he hinted at ghosts, he hinted at haunted. It mentioned my hometown in here. Well, where I live, the Hershey Bears and stuff. So that was pretty cool. But the Hershey Bears is a hockey team that's local to where I live. And they mentioned that, and that was cool. But as the book progressed and the route that the author decided to take, I didn't like it. I didn't like it stepped away from the supernatural and it stepped into something a lot different. It could make sense. I think he grounded it more in reality than supernatural. Because what happened? I believe in ghosts, and I believe anything can happen. But the route he went could also really happen. And while it wasn't horrible, it just, for me, took away from the world that he built. Like, he built a good story. It's just his punchline, his payoff, in my opinion, it missed. You have the Suicide Forest and you go the route you went, and I'm just like, okay. You did your thing, you did what you had to do, but I personally didn't enjoy it. So With all that being said, I'm going to have to give Suicide Forest a 2.5 to 3 out of 5. Like I said, the story was decent. The parts where they were lost and, were stressful, but the payoff at the end, just for me, wasn't there. Like I said, the route the author decided to take when he had a perfect catalyst for spooky supernatural horror, I didn't like it. So, all right, Suicide Force. I do recommend you read it if you like good, if you like thrillers and stuff. I definitely recommend you pick it up. It's not a bad book. Like I said, it just the way he went wasn't for me. So, but Suicide Force, definitely check it out. So, all right, and last but certainly not least, the next book we're diving into. My time off work is coming to an end. And I wanted to read this book at the beginning of our vacation, but I ended up getting into these other books. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to give myself a little challenge and I'm going to try to read this as quick as possible. And I've showed you this before, but I lightly DNF'd it because I wanted to wait, but I think now's the time. And that is Stephen King's It. And as you can see, she is a beefy bitch. And I did start to read it a little bit. I'm on page 9. I'm 9 pages in of like 1,150 some. So, and it says, to the children, the town was their whole world. To the adults, knowing better, Derry, Maine was just their home town. Familiar, well ordered, a good place to live. It was the children who saw and felt what made Derry so horribly different. In the storm drains, in the sewers, it lurked, taking on the shape of every nightmare. Each person's deepest dread. Sometimes it reached up, seizing, tearing, killing. The adults, knowing better, knew nothing. Time passed and the children grew up, moved away. The horror of it was deep buried, wrapped in forgetfulness, until the grown-up children were called back, needing to confront it once more. As this ancient terror stirred and coiled in the sullen depths of their memories, reaching up again to make their past nightmares a terrible present reality. Frightening, brilliant, and epic, Stephen King's It is one of the greatest works of storytelling mastered. So, we're going to be diving into It. So, like I said, I got a long ways to go, but I'm hoping I can finish this in a few days and get a review up for you guys. So, all right, guys. With all that being said, I love you guys. Thank you, guys. If you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button along with them bell notifications. That way, every time your boy Media Fiend throws up one of these book clubs, you're in the know. So, all right, guys. With all that being said, I love you guys. Thank you, guys. And until next time, this is your boy Media Fiend saying, as always, grab yourself a good book, be chill, and we out. Peace.